at heart to cause any problem in the country. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project SERAP has urged President Muhammadu Buhari to reveal plans his administration is taking to obey the recent Supreme Court order on the Naira redesign. SERAP, through its Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadare, also wants the President to publicly instruct the CBN to immediately and effectively implement the Supreme Court's decision ordering an end to the cash withdrawal limit imposed by bank, because such restrictions violate citizens' rights to freely use their property. Oluwadare said the public should not be kept in the dark on what Buhari's government and the CBN are doing to implement the decision. Last week, the Supreme Court extended the validity of the old 200 naira, 500 naira and 1000 naira notes till 31 December, stating that the Central Bank of Nigeria must continue to receive the notes from Nigerians. You're still watching Osrc News at 7. After the break, we'll bring you more stories. Please stay.
A peak protein breakfast gets me to a great day. How do I know? Because my daddy goes to his work feeling good and always with a smile. Mommy is always filled with confidence. My sister is always in tune. And for me, learning new things becomes absolute fun. Because all day and every day, the peak goes on.
Start your day with a peak protein breakfast. Peak. Reach for your peak.
Staying with us, you can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook OSRC TV Ondo, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel OSRC TV Ondo. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) has attributed fuel queues in some part of the country to restrictions of businesses and movement during the presidential and National Assembly elections. NNPCL said operations had resumed at depots and trucks were being dispatched to various parts of the country. Chief Corporate Communications Officer of NNPCL, Gabardine Mohammed, who gave the update, said 2.1 billion liters of petrol stock was available for distribution at the moment. Mohammed, while reassuring Nigerians on a robust supply of petrol, said NNPCL plans to close the month of March with about 2.8 billion liters, equivalent to 47 days of the Office of the Head of Service of the Federation, Garba Tair, has been convicted and sentenced to 3 years imprisonment for stealing 26.1 million naira meant for pensioners. Abdullahi was prosecuted by Economic and Financial Crimes Commission at the Federal High Court, Abuja, on a 7-count amended charge that bordered on money laundering. Delivering judgment, Justice Yang Eko said the prosecution had proven the case against the defendant and convicted him on all 7 charges. The judge sentenced the defendant to 3 years imprisonment on each of the 7 counts, with the sentences to run concurrently. Police in Bauchi State have killed 2 suspected kidnappers at Rafin Gura in Ningin local government area of the state. The victim was rescued and immediately taken to the Federal Medical Center of Benin Kudu for treatment, just as a manhunt has been launched for other fleeing suspects. And still reeling from the shock of the passing of Abdullahi Abacha Kano at death, the village head of Magari, Alaji Dahiru Abba. The deceased was the father of chairman of Rimin Gado local government area of Kano State, Muniru Magari. A family member, Sanusi Abbas, said Magari died after some unidentified gunmen stormed his residence in the early hours of the day and inflicted various degrees of injuries on his body before shooting him. Abbas, who is a permanent secretary Celestino at Murtala Muhammad gaining international passports, was on his way to India. Reacting to the arrest and seizure, chairman of NDLEA, Muhammad Buba Mawa, commended his officers for their efforts. He charged them as their counterparts across the country to step up the ongoing mop-up operations to deny political thugs access to illicit substances ahead of the governorship and House of Assembly elections this weekend. And an Ondo State High Court sitting in Akure has sentenced Professor Adekunle Oloyede, a former Vice Chancellor of Elizabeth University, Laramokin, to 5 years imprisonment for $1.2 million fraud. Justice Aderemi Adegoroye jailed the Don after finding him guilty on all 6 counts of false pretenses, stealing and fraud contrary to the anti-graft laws of the state. The court ruled that he collected money under the false pretense of using it for the construction of a hostel for the institution. The professor of medical engineering was dragged before the court accused of conspiracies to steal and to obtain by false pretense contrary, which are punishable under Section 516 of Criminal Code. Dignitaries from different parishes of the Catholic Church have thronged Sacred Heart Cathedral, Akure, to celebrate with outstanding members honored for services rendered towards the growth of the church. A board member of Osrc Media Group, Mr. Steve Alabi, and 17 other ambassadors, Warren-Ola Ungweji, reports that former Chief Press Secretary Padi Dari was also honored. The legislative arm of government in Ondo State has restated its promise to continue to work hand in glove with the executive to engender development. The Speaker of the House, Bamidele Oleyalogun, during a Thanksgiving session of the legislative arm of government at the Chapel of Grace, Government House, Akure, assured that the Assembly will continue to join faith with the present administration in the states to entrench arena to celebrate the servant of God.
Church members of the House of Apostles International rolled out their drums, expressing their happiness to celebrate their founder, Prophet Zacchaeus Adeboriota, for the grace of God in his life over the years. Officiating minister from CAC Harvest Mission, United Kingdom, Pastor Matthew Jegede, who spoke on praising the Lord, always said, "The world is surrounded by unfriendly situation, and for man to skate through is worth of celebration." To the wife of the celebrant, Dickness Florence Adeboriota, a man owed God nothing except gratitude.
He's telling us to always give thanks to God in any condition you may find yourself.
Chairman, Bible Society of Nigeria, Ondo area, Ayo Oladapo was among the men of God who described the gesture as the demonstration of a true Christ follower.
It gives healing. It opens door and enables God to do more for us. God has been faithful to him and preventing him and enlarging his coast greatly, because he knows that giving thanks to God is as if you are giving God his delighted food.
The elite celebrant said, for the past 28 years he has been giving thanks to God without wavering, and his life has not been the same.
We are in the war. So many things happen. So if you are still alive, you need to give thanks unto God. That's what I've been doing since 28 years ago. So, and I can see the blessing, the achievement for giving thanks unto God. Personally, I don't need to.
Earlier ahead, to further propagate the kingdom of God, Warren-Ola Ungweji, Osrc News.
And I will bring you the full report on the Catholic Laity Council of Nigeria honors. And we told you earlier that dignitaries from different parishes of the Catholic Church had thronged Sacred Heart Cathedral, Akure, to celebrate with outstanding members honored for services rendered towards the growth of the church. A board member of Osrc Media Group, Sir Steve Alabi, and 17 other ambassadors were honored at the cathedral by the Catholic Laity Council of Nigeria, Ondo Diocese. Omoriola Ongbiji again reports that former Chief Press Secretary Padi Dari was also honored.
Catholic Laity Council of Nigeria was established to work closely with the authority of the Church for the promotion of God's work. The annual celebration of the Catholic Laity Week, which is being observed globally, was an opportunity for the Council in Ondo Diocese to honor the members as an encouragement to continue in propagating the Kingdom of God. Declaring the event open, the Bishop, Catholic Diocese of Ondo, Most Reverend Jude Arogundadi, praised the support of the Laity Council and the growth of the Church.
This is an opportunity for us to say thank you for what you do. We love you. We want the best for you. We want you to continue to do your work. We are behind you. We want you to succeed. So may God bless you and keep you in good health.
President of the Council, Professor Helen Ogunshuyi, said the conferment of awards was embarked upon to further advance the diocese.
It is important to note that Laity Week is a time to recognize the work and mission of lay faithful. That is a time to identify and applaud the remarkable contributions of lay faithful.
Where they can have opportunity to change the narratives.
I must commend the Laity Council for the topic of today, which has to do with politics and common good in contemporary Nigeria. This is an area all of us want away from. Nobody wants to be associated with politics. Everybody say politics is a dirty game. But there is general sin. When good men stand and look in the background, we must be at the forefront of politics in Nigeria.
The guest lecturer spoke on the theme, Politics and the Common Good in Contemporary Nigeria, Catholic Social Teaching Standpoint.
The vision of politics in Nigeria is shaped by politics of plunder and greed. The state institutions are systematically weakened and manipulated to serve the interest of the powerful, as it was during the colonial time. The document for the preparation of the Second Synod of Bishops for Africa aptly puts this idea well.
The awardees, including a board member of Osrc Media Group, Sir Steve Alabi, appreciated the Council for the honor and promised to further put in their best in propagating the Kingdom of God.
Thank you for your commitment. May God bless you and reward you abundantly. And may God bless your family.
We must appreciate those who have thought it fit to appreciate us. Then I think it's a call to further duty. In the knighthood, when you work hard, they tell you that the reward of hard work is more work. So I believe it's a call to higher duties, and I believe that I have the capacity to do more within the church, and it will strengthen us in our faith. I pray that in our search for our material well-being, we do not forget our salvation.
A holy mass was earlier held to usher in the lecture and conferment of awards to the selected members. Omoriola Ongbiji, Osrc News.
And now to the foreign scene. Hundreds of opposition supporters in Tunisia have defied a protest ban and demanded the release of more than 20 prominent figures opposed to the president who have been arrested in recent weeks. Before the protesters broke through a police barrier to rally in central Tunis, police warned them by loudspeaker that their demonstration was illegal, but that they would not stop them by force. Up to 1,000 protesters then pushed through the cordon to reach Habib Bourguiba Avenue, where most rallies take place. The National Salvation Front.
Civilian massacres in this region include Bucha and Open. Russia has repeatedly denied that it forces